Hey, 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 beautiful twin flames. I'm sending you love, light, and peace from Australia today. Look who's here, Harry. He's been sprucing himself up. Look how beautiful he looks. Let me smell you, Harry? Ooh, beautiful. He's got cologne on and he's washed himself and I don't know, he's looking very high vibrational. Can you see the aura? I can see your aura. It's wonderful. Charlotte's here too. Charlotte, she's still a little camera shy, but they have been talking to one another. You show them how you hug one another. Ready? See? And look, Harry even squeezes right around Charlotte like this. And that makes her feel very safe and also like she can't breathe. So, okay, I'll let you two go. I know you were talking, you were having a conversation. Thank you for saying hello. All right. So they're happy at the moment, which is a great sign because it could be a synchronicity for your twin flame journey right now, couldn't it? Alrighty, this is a very quick twin flame concept video because I'm hungry and I need to go and get some food soon. I'm joking. I am a little bit hungry though. So anyway, let me get into it. So I wanted to explain about why it feels sometimes that the divine feminine and divine masculine can feel so disconnected. So divine feminine, might send a message and then divine masculine doesn't, come in for a day or 3 months or 3 years or hopefully not 3 years, right? And also sometimes they might say they're going to come in and then they don't, or vice versa, okay? So it's usually the divine masculine not coming in and the feminine wondering why. It can be flipped, of course, the energies can be flipped. So I wanted to explain that, number one, I think I'll write it down because I think it's very important, just so you remember it in your subconscious. The twin flame journey is a soul to soul connection. Okay, this is why. Do you like my love heart? It's not a very good love heart. We all know I can't draw, but as soon as you start trying to bring it into the third dimensional reality, where is my twin flame? Why aren't they coming in? When are they going to text me? When are they going to call me? How come they're not doing this? How come they're not doing that? As soon as you bring the physical reality to it, it will kind of, fizzle out, I guess. Because if you remember when you met one another, it was this chemistry, this physical attraction, this soul to soul connection. And then if you come down in your vibration and start, acting as though, they are like a third dimensional dating kind of relationship, then it's not going to work, because it's not. It's completely not. However, this can be confusing because our bodies literally, reside in the third dimensional reality. Okay, we are physical beings having, a spiritual experience in a physical body. So there's this confusion here. There's this 3D versus 5D. Okay, so we have 3D versus 5D. Where we could say that, the third dimension is, the physical world, and the 5D is the spiritual world, okay? So what we need to do is, to gain from this, we need to come into our fifth dimensional consciousness. Now, in the fifth dimensional consciousness, we'll feel balanced and we'll feel ascended, and we'll, there won't be any judgment or blame for the other twin not coming in, let's say. Okay, if we're going to have a third dimensional consciousness, there'll be judgment, there'll be, you know, where's my twin? They're not here. They said they were going to be. They're not here. La la la. And then the blame game kind of starts. Okay, and then the twin flame journey can be this emotional, literal, not literal, oh my goodness, figuratively, thank you, speaking, it'll be a roller coaster of emotion. You know, they're not coming in, they are coming in. They said they love me, now they don't. La 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 la. Okay, so this is because if you're coming into it with a third dimensional consciousness and judging them and blaming them and all of those things, they'll feel the energy and they'll be energetically not attracted to you. But if you are coming in a fifth dimensional consciousness way, loving them unconditionally, with boundaries, of course, you know, they can't walk all over you. That's not what I'm suggesting here. But if you unconditionally love them, understand that maybe they're tired, maybe they've had a difficult week, maybe they've, I don't know, got some kind of pain, emotional pain, physical pain that they're going through in their life, then you can feel them a lot easier. So to come into this fifth dimensional consciousness, you would need to ascend. And that's why I've made my ascension course. Because as soon as you come into the fifth dimensional consciousness and above, you can literally have your twin flame. Okay? Because it is a soul to soul, heart to heart, third eye to third eye intuitive connection. And as soon as you bring in the rules of the third dimensional consciousness, which usually happens in the 3D reality, the physical world that we live in, then we have issues. All right, so the next point I want to bring up is that the divine masculine, because he's male, the male energy, take gender how it resonates, okay, works most primarily from the root chakra. Okay, this is located at the base of the spine or the tailbone. Can also be sort of felt in between the legs. The energy can sort of be felt there. Okay, this energy is when it's overactive, you know, someone can be judgmental and in their ego and greedy and cunning and all of that kind of thing. In its highest form, in its divine form, someone will feel balanced, grounded, centered, belonging, trusting, independent, poised, and alive. Okay. An underactive root chakra might mean that you feel sexually inadequate, frustrated, fearful, shy, or unsure. So these could be some of the traits that your divine masculine brings through, depending on how their root chakra is performing. If their root chakra is not balanced, they may not come in at all. They may be too shy to come in. They may feel sexually inadequate, as examples. Okay, it does also rule over certain parts of the body, and this includes the male reproductive organs. And this is why men usually love through sex. Okay, surprise, surprise. The root chakra is the reason why the male energy shows their love through sex. Okay, which is no fault of their own. That's literally just how the masculine energy is built. On the other hand, the feminine comes from the heart chakra. So her main energy comes from her heart chakra. And when it's balanced, she will be loving and empathetic and have a contagiously good vibe about her. If it's overactive, which can happen, she'll become jealous. She'll be blaming others. She'll be in her ego. She may even have self-pity, a fear of rejection, become needy or clingy, which can often happen in the twin flame journey. So what we now have is a divine masculine coming from his root chakra and a divine feminine primarily coming from her heart chakra. And so straight away we have a disconnect in general. Okay, straight away the masculine is trying to love through his root chakra, okay, in a sexual kind of way, and the female, or divine feminine, is coming from her heart chakra, and so she's loving in an emotional way. Okay, and so if any of these energies become unbalanced, overactive or underactive, then we've also got a disconnect. So not are we only coming from different chakra systems to communicate with one another, if those chakra systems are unbalanced, then we also have problems. And this is where the ego will come in and into play here. This is why divine feminine will be like, he never comes in, he doesn't care about me. She's emotionally feeling lost. And then divine masculine will be like, well, I have no passion. If it's not balanced, he might be, well, I don't have any passion for her anymore, I feel unsure about this connection, or he may get into his ego if it's overactive. All right, so when divine masculine feels balanced in his root chakra, and when divine feminine feels balanced in her heart chakra, then they can literally come together in this wonderful kundalini kind of energy. And this is why it can feel great at times, and why it can feel disconnected at other times, because not only is divine masculine coming from his bottom lower chakra, the divine feminine is coming from her higher chakra, so there's they've already got to cross a boundary there, but they've also got to maintain their main chakra, the feminine energy chakra and the masculine energy chakra. Okay, I mean, of course all the chakras are important, but when we're talking about love in general and how they come together, the divine masculine is primarily ruled by the root chakra, and so he needs to feel grounded in his life. And this is why he's always working and always seeming to be building and being creative, and I need enough money, and I need enough this, and I need enough that. And the divine feminine is like, I don't care about the money, just love me, please just love me, because she's coming from her heart space, of course. Okay, so that's something important that I wanted to tell you about. So if you're a divine feminine talking to your divine masculine, he's always like, I'm at work, it's very important, I've got to work, I'm always doing this, it's because they need to feel that groundedness into the third dimensional reality. They need to feel stable, and money would be part of that stability. Okay, and being organized, making their way in the world is a very important thing for divine masculine energy. The divine feminine will be, oh, but I love him so much, and I'm trying to give out all of this love, and it's not coming back to me, and I've texted him 80,000 times, and I've only received a small text about a month ago, and I don't know why. And of course he's busy trying to ground himself constantly. I need this, I need to do this, I need to do that. So when you understand that there's this disconnect here, then you can understand why the masculine and feminine energies can come at this differently. And so divine masculine needs to move up to his chakra, to his heart chakra, and divine feminine needs to move down sometimes in her chakras so they can meet each other. Okay, because usually divine feminine is working from the higher chakras and divine masculine is working from the lower chakras, and as they come together, it's this wonderful blend of the two chakra systems. If you could say that there's the spiritual kind of connectedness in the higher chakras and the groundedness that comes from the lower chakras. All right, and this is why you've seen that picture of the male and the female, and when they come together their chakras light up, because what the divine feminine brings to the connection complements the divine masculine, and vice versa when they're in their balanced energy. And that's why I have my Ascension course, because it teaches you how to be balanced in all of your chakras. It teaches you how to be balanced in general, which is very important, because otherwise there becomes a disconnect. Otherwise this beautiful soul to soul relationship, this spiritual relationship turns into a third dimensional weird dating scenario, and then it negates the connection altogether. It's not that at all. Okay. You can still be spiritual and grounded at the same time, in the physical world. And a lot of the time you'll find divine feminine's kind of dreamy up here, imagining the wonderful connection, like, it's a dreamboat love affair kind of thing. And the divine masculine will be far more practical, and he's like, well, hang on a minute, I also feel this dreaminess. I have this telepathic connection with you and this soulful, amazing connection with you, but I still need to, get a job, and I still need to, I don't know, build that, build that fence, or whatever he's got to do, right? He likes to feel logical, practical in the third dimensional reality as well. All right. So I hope that clears a little bit up for you, because sometimes this is where the disconnect happens, when divine feminine's overly needy and overly uncertain and overly having this fear of rejection. Her heart chakra is not working properly, because if it's balanced, she won't need him. It's great that she wants him, but when she needs him, then it can become a problem, because he's also, he's got responsibilities. He feels like he's got responsibilities, and that he needs to not only maintain the connection with the divine feminine, but he needs to, have a job and be the protector and be the nurturer in that kind of masculine energy way. Okay. Little bit caveman style. A little bit, I'm the protector. I'm the hero of the story. But it's just a natural state of being, It's not trying to say that we aren't in the modern world, and that, women can't also be that. It's not about that. It's just that that's their natural state of being, coming from that root chakra energy. And the natural state of being for the divine feminine is coming from that heart space. So when she sits there and receives him when he comes in, he'll be much more likely to come in. If she's begging him to come in, he'll be much more likely to run away. Kind of like chasing a horse. You've got an apple in your hand and you're like, oh, there's the horse. Let's say it's divine feminine chasing the horse. And she's like, hey, I've got an apple. And she's running after the horse with this apple. And the horse is like going, okay, this is freaking me out, man. Why are you chasing me? Or vice versa, whoever, you know what I mean. Okay. So it's important to sit in your own power, in your own groundedness, and literally worry about your own soul. Okay. Doesn't mean you can't send a message if you feel guided to send a message. Doesn't mean you can't, express how you feel if you want to do that. Always go with your intuition. But, more often than not, one of the twin flames becomes needy and codependent, needing the connection. And this often happens at the very beginning of the twin flame relationship, and it's very hard to let it go, because as soon as you meet each other and there's this magnetic attraction, it feels like you do need them. And of course you do need them, because they're your twin flame, but you've also got to know how to protect your own energy in a mental, physical, emotional and chakra oriented way. So if you need help to do that, you can do my Ascension course, and it usually brings twin flames into union if you so choose to do that. I also have my 1 hour instructional video on how to manifest your twin flame if you're interested in that. Okay, so Harry says bye, and Charlotte says bye. And I say bye, and I hope this video really does help you, because it's a very important concept for you to understand. The chakra system is our spiritual energetic self, and so it's connected to our soul, and it's very important on the twin flame journey. So understanding that the divine masculine comes from the root chakra and divine feminine primarily comes from the heart chakra can be kind of enlightening in a way, because then you kind of go, oh, that's why they're behaving like that. I thought it was just me, or I thought, maybe I was overthinking it or something. And no, you're not. It's just that literally the energies are different. Remember that book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus? I don't know. I might write one that says divine masculines from the root chakra and divine feminines from the heart chakra. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it though, does it? And Harry's saying no, it doesn't. Please don't write that book. Okay, I won't. Okay. Don't judge me though. I'm trying to be funny. Is it funny? Alright, he says before we go he has a telepathic message. Ready? You're going to tell me? Alright. Oh, he says you're not my twin flame. Why? Why are you saying that? Oh, because Charlotte's his twin flame. Okay, alright. Well, obviously he realizes that there's only one twin flame. You've only got one, haven't you? Yes. Alright, good. Alright, bye everyone. Have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I love you very much. Thank you for joining me here at Tarot For You 444. Bye.